I wanna study a pasuk in Koheles. I'd like to study a pasuk in Koheles very carefully. I think it's a cool aspect of what's going on in yeshiva today. Is there's a lot of guys, a lot of different ages, different stages, and people are holding at different places in our own avodas Hashem, in our own journeys of steiging. And there's something that's relevant at all stages of our journeys, from young ages, from a 10th grader to somebody who is in their 80s and 90s. There's a relevant to how growth works, to how avodas Hashem works. I'd like to try to study this pasuk. Bein Azmanim, I learned this pasuk. I learned it with my kids. I spoke about it in shul a little bit. I want to discuss this pasuk in the way I understand the Ma'or V'Shemesh is pshat in this pasuk, and I think it's very relevant to all our journeys of avodas Hashem. The pasuk in Koheles says, "V'zarach Hashemesh," the sun shines, uva Hashemesh, and the sun sets. When we say it's ba, it arrives at its place. The sun shines and the sun sets. I'd like to read the end of the pasuk in a few minutes. The sun rises and it sets. Now, the Baal, the author of Yartzat Yomi, says, I love it. It's very stark, a pasuk he's into. You'll hear why the Yartzat Yomi, the Baal Yartzat Yomi, is into this pasuk. The Gemara in Gittin tells us, the sun rises and the sun sets. The Gemara tells us about tzaddikim, that Hashem often, on the day a tzaddik is born, Hashem will take away another tzaddik, and a tzaddik's born and dies. Whenever Hashem takes away tzaddikim from us, He gives birth to different tzaddikim for us. That's how Hashem works in the world. We're always like Alma in Yisrael. We're never left alone, the Jewish nation. And always we lose one gadol. Hashem has put in place already another manig, another leader. And the pasuk says, "V'zarach Hashemesh," the sun shines, uba Hashemesh, the sun sets. And it's interesting, it says the sun rises first. Hashem will first put in place a gadol to lead things before the sun sets. Somebody's in place, so the sun rises and sun sets. The Gemara describes Misas Tzadikim as a sun setting, but V'zarach Hashemesh, there's always a sun shining. In general, it doesn't just refer to tzaddikim and leaders. All of us find in our own lives we have aspects of the sun setting. Understand that it's saying something relevant to every one of our lives. And we all have sunsets in the middle of our life. Hashem takes things away, but always there's another sun shining. There's a new day, a new tafkid, a new possibility. All our lives are designed to lose things. We were born, it's not by accident. Hatzur, Tam, Impala, everything's designed. We lose things in our life. We lose things. Things get lost from us. And when they get lost, we're all built. We should all have parents, long, 120. And the reality is, in our lifetimes, we're designed to have loss. Hashem made us that way. And in every loss is new possibilities. And v'zarach Hashemesh uba Hashemesh. The sun shines, the sun sets. So that's the Gemara in Gittin says. The Ma'or V'Shemesh speaks about another aspect of all our lives. It's not really so different from that, but I'm not trying to connect them right now. The Ma'or V'Shemesh talks as pasuk, but very relevant to the end of the pasuk. The end of the pasuk says, "V'zarach Hashemesh," the sun shines. Uba Hashemesh, the sun sets. Vel mikaymai sha'if, and to its spot it yearns. To be sha'if, she'ifais are aspirations. El mikaymai sha'if, the sun craves to go back to its place. In the words of Rashi, El mikaymai sha'if, Rashi says, Kasher Hashemesh tizrach shachris, the sun shines in the morning, vatishka arvis, and sets at night, the telech kol halayla, travels through the night, Shayefes lashav el makam asher zarcha esmol. It desires, it yearns, it has a she'ifa, an aspiration to return to the place it shone yesterday. Shetizrach sham gam hayom. It wants to shine there today as well. So the sun shines, the sun sets, it desires to shine again. It desires to shine again. And he says, and then he ends off an interesting, almost cryptic, Zayreyach hu sham. It shines over there. Very cryptic words. The sun rises, the sun sets. El mekayma shayef. It craves to shine again. Zayreyach hu sham. It shines there. Those last three words, Zayreyach hu sham, don't seem to have a mashmais. It shines there. Where? The sun shines, the sun sets, the sun craves to shine again, it shines over there.
Where it craves to shine.
What?
It shines where it craves to shine.
Did it go back there yet? The pasuk didn't speak back home. The sun shines, the sun sets, it yearns to shine there. It shayef, el mekayme shayef. It's a pasuk in Koheles, the first parak of Koheles, pasuk A. The sun shines, zarach hashemesh. The sun sets, el mekayme shayef. It craves to go back to its place of shining. Then he ends three words, Zayreyach hu sham. It shines over there. So listen to what the Ma'ar B'Shem, those words, Zayreyach hu sham, are intriguing. It shines over there. Where? It shines, it sets, it craves to shine again, and it shines there. What? That till it shines there, that process of it sometimes shines, it sometimes sets, and it always yearns to shine again. I hear those words. Then the pasuk again, Zayreyach hu sham, it shines there.
Always yearns to shine.
Where's there? Okay. So listen to what the Ma'ar V'Shemesh says, Pshat. CJ, this is one of the coolest things because anybody in their life, I believe, who's honest will relate to this. And it's instructive to how we work. And there's a chiddush nifla in this pasuk. So listen to this, Zevi. Says the Ma'ar V'Shemesh, in our lives, I was talking to a bacher who was describing his dreams, what he wants. If you ever picture a guy's lying in bed, like doing very little, and life is just blood, feeling horrible, the only thing worse than lying in bed and feeling very little is dragging yourself to do and still feeling very little. Guy like drags himself to shear, plops down, okay, Musa, this is going to be great. Musa, and he sits there and he's like, and it doesn't resonate. It doesn't. What did I learn? What do I have? What am I attached to? And it's a terrible feeling to do something and it doesn't resonate. It doesn't feel, I don't experience, I was born for this. The Ma'ar V'Shemesh says that the way all of us work in our Avodas Hashem is there are times we relate and connect to things we're doing and we feel, I was born for this. Anybody who's experienced Shabbos, there are times it could go for a year, a week, 3 months, where you're like, this is it. You plug in and you feel, you experience in your Limud Torah, in your prayer, in your Shmira Shabbos, I was born for this. You connect to it in a deep way and you sense, this is what I want to do. I was like created for this. That's V'zarach Hashemesh, the sun is shining. Are those periods in our life when we're so in sync with our tafkid, we literally have a sense, I was born for this. You're flowing, you're connected to what you're doing. You're like praying and it's like hitting. You're mamish on your game, your prayers, you're talking to Hashem. Hashem is a shemei tefillah, you're experiencing it. You're pouring out your heart and you're like connected to what you're doing. That's V'zarach Hashemesh, the sun shines. Says the Ma'ar V'Shemesh, those allude to the times when you're profoundly connected to what you're doing. You learn with your chavrusa and you feel, you experience the Limud Torah. The Torah I'm learning Chachmas Hashem. I'm attaching to Das Hashem. I'm literally connecting to the Rebbeinu Shalom in the deepest way. Limud HaTorah is the most intimate way to connect to Hashem. We speak of prayers at the end of davening. We talk about Beis HaMikdash, which means to connect to Hashem. We describe saying Chelkenu b'Sarasecha, give me my chelik in Torah. A Yid's connection to Torah, and he feels it. This is holiness connected to God. Amamish, Chachmas Hashem, connected, tremendous. The Zarach HaShemesh are those experiences in our life when we shake our head and say, I was born for this. And things are very, very clear. Says the Ma'ar V'Shemesh, fascinating, is on this pasuk. The Ma'ar V'Shemesh says, Uva Shemesh, the sun sets. That refers to the time when you don't feel it. You don't feel it, but the sun has set. I'm in the darkness. I'm doing it. I'm going to my chavrus. It's like, geschmack, no? No, not at all. I'm not feeling it. I'm not plugged in. I'm going through the motions, but I don't sense. I'm keeping Shabbos. I do Shabbos. It's not that connection, the faith in Hashem, giving it up. Hashem runs the world. Emunah, the depth of what Shabbos is, the experience of the soul, feeling comforted. Shabbos is a world. I'm in such good hands. Hashem has my back. He's taking care of me. The feelings of Shabbos Kodesh, of I'm in good hands, the menuchas hanefesh, the tranquility that Shabbos can bring, uva shemesh, the sun sets. And many of the activities feel forced, that's Uba Shemesh. And Hashem designed us in our ruchnius, that the sun shines sometimes and it sets. Big tzaddikim, big gedolim, describe 1 year of their life. Big people, generational tzaddikim have described us. Periods, they didn't feel it. It doesn't mean they didn't know it, they didn't feel it. Taken away. A guy in yeshiva, one of the greats in the yeshiva, whose connection to Shabbos was like sublime. And he tremendous connection, and he described to me how it left. And I hadn't seen the Ma'ar, and I got very nervous. What happened? Do we do something wrong? Mm-hmm. That's how Hashem designed us. V'zarach HaShemesh uba HaShemesh. Big people have that. It's taken away. Now that's not the chiddush I want to tell you. It's not the chiddush. The chiddush is in the next words. El mekayma yushayif, but it craves to have back that connection. Now that's not the chiddush yet. That's true. We crave, that Shabbos. I know what it could feel like. I know what the experience could be. I know what it could be. I've tasted it. I've had it. So El Mekayma Yush. So far, everything in the pasuk we get it. V'zarach Hashemesh, the sun shines. That time there's clarity. My ruchnius, I'm in sync with what I'm doing. My prayers, my Torah, my chesed, I'm in sync. It's meaningful. It's deep. I'm connected to it. Get it. Uba Hashemesh, that times God takes it away. El Mekayma Yushayif, I'm craving to shine again. All the truth. Then the last three words. The last three words, when I saw the Ma'ar V'Shemesh, I lost my mind from it because it just means a lot to me. Says the Ma'ar V'Shemesh on the last three words, he writes, Zayreach Husham, it shines over there. What's he talking about, the pasuk? It shines where? What's he talking about? It shines, Zarach HaShemesh, it sets, and it craves to shine again. It shines over there. Says the Ma'ar V'Shemesh, there's a beautiful shine in the very craving. When you're not feeling it, and you're craving connecting to it, that alone is a sunshine. There's a light and there's a beauty to that alone. To the Zayreach Husham, it is shining over there. The very place where you're not experiencing it, but you're craving, I know what this is. This means something to me. There's a tremendous light right over there. Zayreach Husham, there it shines. Says the Mar V'Shemesh, there's a light there. There's a beauty and a light to that experience itself. That itself is a beautiful light. Whether it means the Yid not feeling it, and he's gutting it, whether it means, is that the light? Whether it means just the desire to have a connection to this, to be deeply rooted in this, that alone, that experience, Zayreyach Husham, there it shines. There's a light to that itself. It's not just, would it be, I want the other thing, Zayreyach Husham, it shines over there. That place that it finds itself, that it's in the darkness, that it's not feeling, Shemesh, but it's Mekayma Yushayif. Oh, I know what it means. I know what it could be. And the Yid pines for that light. That itself is a light. Zayreyach Husham. It shines right there. There's a light to that itself. There's a beauty to that itself. That line, Zayreyach Husham, it shines over there, was extremely moving to me. That it's not just, that it was designed and there's a special light and a special beauty to that place when the Yid doesn't feel. I don't feel it. In a certain eifin, it makes sense to me that when the Yid doesn't feel, when we always feel it, it's easy. And it's still valuable and precious and beautiful, and it's true because it is important to me. And I need those experiences that I was plugged in. But there's a tremendous beauty to the Yid not plugged in. There's a tremendous humanness. Hashem wants human beings, not angels, serving Him. In some ways, when we feel it and we're ignited, so we're an angel serving. We're a soul, but we're also human beings. And there's a precious light and a beauty to the Yid who knows what it means, who's had zchusim to feel it and experience it. And he's just not right now. He's going through one of these periods where he's not. And Zayreyach Husham, there's a special light there that the Yid is serving with a light that he knows exists, with something he knows that I'm meant for this, but I'm not experiencing it. There's a beauty and a light right there. Zayreyach Husham, he is shining there. When I saw this Mar V'Shemesh, there was something that was very, very magical. It struck something in me, and all of us can relate and not panic. In all the areas, I have seen many people steiging, and all of a sudden, like a screeching halt. And what happened? I don't know. Like they panic. Uba Shemesh, which is a natural occurrence in the story of all our steiging and growth. And of course, we need to experience. We need those days. We feel it and are energized and excited by it. We need those days. We crave those days. But the Uba Shemesh periods of our life. I don't just people talk about Yemei Ava, Yemei Sena. I don't think it's discussed enough periods of our life. Okay, a down day. I'm talking about a period where it's not resonating. And again, somebody could analyze, maybe I need to change something, but I'm not sure always the answer is to change something. I think there's a beauty to doing it and to serving Hashem in a place that I'm not experienced. The sun has set, and it's shayif, el mekayma yu shayif. I know that I want to serve with passion and chiyus. I want to be excited. I want it to resonate. I'm shayef for that place. But Zayreyach Husham. But nonetheless, there's a light right there. There's a beauty to right there. Now I need that. I need to connect. I need to know it exists, and I want that back, and I'm allowed to want that back. But Zayreyach Husham. But there's a special light and a special beauty to that situation that the person mitzad is craving for the chiyus. El mekayma yushayev. But nonetheless, loyally serving there, nonetheless, doing it avodah there, Zayreyach Husham, there's a light there. I hope I understood the Mar V'Shemesh right. I think that's what he's saying. It definitely resonated by me. It made a lot of sense. In any avodah that people engage in, I have seen so many young idealists, so many people with dreams, even just people dream to have a certain type of family. What happened to people who are losing patience at home, who are being angry at their children, who are not running something beautiful. What happened? They had big aspirations. I would explain some of what happened to Ba Hashemish. The way Hashem always works with us, that they don't always aren't that idealism. There was a day they were fire with their idealism. It was Uba Shemesh. It was like taken away, and they were having to gut a little bit. Now, by the way, it will come back yet. V'zarach Hashemesh, the sun will yet shine. And when it's taken away, there's a yearning for like feeling it. There's a yearning for that. But Zayreach Husham. I want to say a chiddush, and this I can't blame on the Ma'ar V'Shemesh. I want to say, Yisrael, that the job in life is Zayreach Husham, shine over there. Function and flourish there. Don't be afraid that you're Mekayma Yushayef, but you're not connected to it. Zayreach Husham, shine there, function there, and flourish there. I think the difference between people who see idealism through, whether it's building, guys have described it, I want a certain open type of home. I want to be a Talmud Chacham. I hear so many dreams, and I see people who live their dreams and people whose dreams are gone. I dare say that one of the questions of the people whose dreams flourish is Zayreach Husham. Who's shining when it's Uba Hashemish? When you're not connected, when it's not exciting, when it's not energizing you, when something, but I know I'm built for this. I felt it. I know what I'm built for. I know what I'm meant to do. My eyes have been opened. But it's night right now. The people who are Zayreach Husham, who continue to shine there, in that predicament, are the ones, they're Zayche back to V'zarach Hashemish. It will yet rise again. The sun will yet rise. We've seen this in every aspect of life. This cycle exists. I dare say that if we ask, so why does Hashem make us with this cycle? Is the main thing is the chukka. We've read the Shlomo Guri sang to us that the Iker B'Avodas Habari is the Chayfetz Halev, the Chukas HaNeshama. Who knows that we have the cycle just to be ma'ira that want for what could be? If we were always at that place, I don't know the reason. We could have many theories. That's not so important philosophically why Hashem gave it to us. That is the story of our lives. And I think the successful ones who build successful idealism continue to shine in that place when some of the rest that is taken away. We don't always know how long it lasts. And we yearn and beg and daven, Hashem, let the sun shine. Mekayma Yushayev. I want to be connected. We ask ourselves the obvious questions. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I should be changing something. That could be a truth sometimes. But knowing this is the cycle of Avodas Hashem, knowing it's the cycle can give us big chizuk to gut it through, to push through, to fight through. I think in any big idealism people built, from the construction of a person into a Talmud Chacham, from any connection to Shabbos, to Yom Tov, to Tefillin, to Tzitzis, anybody, we all put on Tefillin daily. There are times you feel with your tefillin. There are times I literally feel like chasser and I'm not wearing tefillin. And I put my tefillin, I feel it changed I can sense what it did to me. I sense it. I feel it. I became like a more connected, more present person. I can feel it in my bones. And then there are tkufas that you don't feel it. You're like, And there could be all different reasons, but Hashem built us. V'zarach Hashemish uba Hashemish. And when the sun sets, El Mekayma Yushayif, I crave for that day of not just doing it. I want to be connected to this. I want this to be magical. I want it to be meaningful. I want to experience and not just do it. I'm not just doing an action. I want to be in touch with my soul, in touch with the mitzvah. I want to feel what it does. I want to experience it. El Mekayma Yushayif, I crave for that time, but I know what it means. Zayreach Husham, I'm going to shine right there. In that spot, there I'm going to shine. There I'm going to continue to perform with a certain loyalty. I have a warped mind, perhaps. I tend to think in sports, And my picture, the best picture, it's not a great picture. I like in sports, in basketball and baseball specifically, there's a day the pitcher doesn't have his stuff. He just doesn't have it. He doesn't have his fastball, his best pitch is not working, and he guts it out. And I always think you're a real pitcher then. Yeah, said you throw it 101 miles now, nobody could touch you. What happens when your fastball's not working? Could you gut it out? I've seen it in basketball when a guy's shot is just off. Could you do other things? Are you a basketball player? Could you figure out how to impact the game? Lahavdil, that's my visual. That's my visual. I'm moved by that guy. I always feel that's a real ball player. You've moved from a thrower to a pitcher when you can pitch not your best stuff. In our own life, there's something so loyal. You're so human when you're functioning in that dark space of Uva Shemesh. You're so human when you function there, and it's such a beauty to your Avodah. Now, we don't ever want to stay there because we're capable of feeling, and we need that. Without that experience, it would be lifeless, and we need to be passionate and on fire. But I could gut it out, knowing that it will yet come back, having what to crave for. We're shayef. We have tremendous she'ifais. El mekaymayu shayef. I know what I could. Why do we call one more right than the other? Because it's true and we feel it. It's not. I'm not striving for something like I'm striving for the truth. It's more real when I feel it. It's not like, oh, you're being like dramatic. No, it's a truth. My soul puts on tefillin. I've had a tremendous elevation. I have a clarity. I've risen. A person is literally a place for Ashras Hashchina when they wear tefillin. When I don't feel it, I'm out of touch reality. When I pray, I'm talking to God. I'm impacting worlds. When I'm not in touch, I'm like, I'm disconnected, and a human being is capable of being disconnected, and we need a siyata d'shmaya. It needs a heavenly assistance, and we could daven. El mekayim shayif. We definitely have a craving to experience and to be present to the experiences of our life. So I want that realness. I want that place. When I do a chesed, I'm bringing godliness to this earth. It's a soul expressing. I want that. V'zayreach sham. But when I don't have it, I'm going to be a special light. He says, the Ma'ar V'Shemesh describes that the very desire for that is a light in itself. El Mekayma Yushayif, the very fact that you want to experience it, there's a light to that. I want to be present. I'm interested in that. I have felt what that means, and I know it's so. So that very Mekayma Yushayif, there's a beauty to that. I think people can find that beauty, especially when they know it. They know it. And they do it despite, but they know it. There's a tremendous, tremendous beauty to that. So that's. I wanted to share this v'zaruch uva shemesh, this shot in the pasuk. I thought that in having guys at all different stages, this is something that will be with us all our lives, and you'll see periods all different. Gzeirus Hashem uva shemesh. You could ask God, why'd you make me that way? It's a valid philosophical question. I'm not the biggest philosopher amongst us, but I care that the experience and the beauty of the place when you don't feel it and you gut it out and you crave to feel it and know you can and know you will, and I know what this is, but I'm going to tap in a sincere way. It's going to look a little different. I'm not pretending I connect to it, but I know that my soul, I know what's happening. I know what this is, and I'll continue to aspire and keep putting in the Zarach Hashemesh, and the sun will yet shine again. It will yet, I'll experience, I will feel what I have felt, it will yet shine again. I think Hashem made this, it's so interesting to me that Hashem put this in relationships. In any healthy marriage, nobody lives 24/7, 365 in a certain V'zarach Hashemesh state. There's no such thing. There's V'zarach Hashemesh Uba Hashemesh in relationships that exists. But we know what it is. We know how connected. We're meant for each other. We don't have a doubt. I'm meant for you, you're meant for me. We don't have a doubt. And in relationship, there's a Uba Hashemesh aspect to marriage. And those that are El Mekayma Yushayif and stay in and stay in the relationship. And of course the sun rises again, but of course the sun comes again, and there's yet passion and there's yet all these good feelings. I wonder that we become a society, we relate to the V'zarach Hashemesh. We relate and get excited by the passion and excitement. Could we gut out Uva Shemesh periods is the question of a lot of our lives, especially a generation that's so sensitive to the V'zarach HaShemesh. Especially a generation that wants to feel and experience and know where it came, and rightfully we want that. I'm moved that I see in a lot of struggles. People say, I don't think our generation is struggling as much as people think. I think our generation is craving V'zarach HaShemesh. We want to connect. We're not willing to be soldiers. I watch the young people in my shul are singing by davening. There's such an energy. They're singing more. They're actually davening with a fervor. Prayer is at a good place. There's just a generation that's not willing to live only in Uba Hashemesh, and you're not supposed to. El Mekayma Yushayif, you're supposed to crave to feel it. So don't worry that we crave to feel it, but still function. Shamu Zayreach, Zayreach Hu Sham. Don't forget to shine there too. I think we have to still I want our generation that's such a kiyum of El Mekayma Yushayif. We want to feel. We're not willing to just live in a place of Shemesh. There's like a certain shrug we don't always feel. You got to do it even if you don't feel it. There's such a yiyush to that. People have come to the yeshiva and asked on this yeshiva. And they're asking on you guys, because you are the yeshiva. And people have asked, don't you have to do it even when you don't feel it? So much you speak about connection and feeling. And the answer is, Mikayme Yushayif. We won't stop craving to experience it. We're not going to, because we know we can. And we crave it and speak about it and look to feel it. And we're going to keep doing that. You're not wrong, Chevra. Just Zayreach Hu Sham. Don't forget to shine there. But you're not wrong. Please don't back down. Don't back down. People tell you have to do it, you have to gut it out. They'll tell kids that they just gut it out. So we didn't feel it either, we did. But there's a generation that's saying, I'm capable of feeling, I'm going to fight for that. I'm going to fight. I know what it means. And keep fighting for it. El Mekayma Yushayif. It's interesting. While it's performing in the dark, it craves to feel. It craves for the Zrichas Hashemesh. You're right. El Mekayma Yushayif. First of all, it's important to connect and to know about, and always crave that. Always know I can be in touch with reality and I could live in that place. But don't forget to shine. Zareach Hu Sham. Manny, does that sound like right what he said? I think that's how I understood how he's darshaning this pasuk. Does that sound about right? I said it outside. I wish. Yeah, we'll look at it together. The last three words, Zayreach Hu Sham, I'm still intrigued by and not sure I'm saying the right pshat. In what he's saying, it's the way I understood it. Yeah. I like that you're allowed to crave for that connection. Or people say we have to do it when you don't. Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I'm going to crave to feel. Don't just tell me you have to when you don't, because if you just that life is you have to do it when you don't and crave to feel and know it's possible to feel and being in touch with it, with connection to it, because that has to exist. I think what's lacking when people just say do it even though you feel it and that they're beating up your she'ifa for feeling it. And that's wrong. You're not allowed. El Mekayme Yushayif. We crave to be in touch with that experience. And we're allowed to crave that. And it's actually healthy to crave that. And actually, even when you serve in the darkness, you're allowed to crave, I know what Shabbos could mean. I know how I can resonate and relate to this. But I'm serving now, and I'm craving for that. I'm shining here and doing it, but I crave for that experience. So I wanted to share this with the Chevra. I asked, is Yehuda Krupke here? There's a song I want the guys to learn. A lot, Klal Yisrael's we're in the middle of a difficult situation, obviously. And I want to say that there's a song we're going to sing. I'm not thinking so much. I'm not very busy with the enemy. It's not my mindset. And the song speaks about Utsu Eitza V'Sufar. They think of plans and they're thwarted. Dabru davar v'layakum. They say things and it doesn't happen. Ki imanu kel, for Hashem is with us. I think when people, the vibe of that song, we'll beat him. It's not, I'm thinking Ki imanu kel, Hashem is with us. Of course we'll win. The forces I'm talking about are less a human enemy than a distraction of forgetting who we are, what we're about. Ki imanu kel, we're a people of Hashem. I want to say something to the guys about the situation. I know we learned this pasuk, which is about our own journeys. I want to say that don't forget in our own lives, people get very caught up in politics and very caught up. The world's looking and talking about us. And it's going to get more complicated. If Be'ez Hashem will have success, the more success, people are going to get mad. Because when we're the victim, then you have the pity factor. If we're winning, it's very complex. And there's a whole dialogue, right, wrong, aggressor, like a whole schmooze, and you can get very caught up. Don't forget, the answer to everything is the first Rashi in the Torah. Come from Torah. We forget who we are and what we have. We are different than the world. The world has tried many isms. The world has tried many different ideals. Colleges are a place of idealism. Colleges is a place, democracy, freedom of speech. College is like the avi avos of idealism. The things that they're spewing from colleges are wild. The most wild, crazy, out-of-control shitas everybody knows are coming from colleges. The world is looking for truth and has tried many different things. Religion, look what Muslim is the most passionate religion in the world right now. They're like dominating if the ones who are most religious, they're murdering people. Education, they're saying the craziest things, freedoms. The only thing left in the world is the truth, is Torah. It's God's Torah, Hashem's Torah, the truth. The emes, Hashem's Torah. Stop coming from the word politics, Republican, Democrat, all the stuff. We have something from Hashem Himself. You know why we're right? Because Hashem said. Because the first Rashi in the Chumash. Don't be afraid to tell you. Because Rashi says that the world's going to say it's a Rashi. The answer to everything, nothing more, nothing less. The answer is, says Rashi, Shem Yaimer Umas Ha'olam Li Yisrael. If the Goyim, the Umas Ha'olam, say to Yiddim, listem at them, you're thieves. Shekivashtem artzes shiva Goyim. You took over our nation, occupied territory. Heim Armim Lahem. You say back to Hashem. You don't go to politics, you don't go to this and that, and you don't say anything. Heim Armim, Klal Yisrael says, Kol ha'aretz shakadosh baruch hu. God owns the whole world. Hu bara, He created it. V'nasal ha'shayasha beinav, and He gave it to the one He wants. B'rtzayna naslam, He gave it to us. U'b'rtzayna not lemem, He originally gave it to the Shiva Amim. Then He took it away. V'nasla lanu, and He gave it to us. Hashem gave it to us. That's it. Well, it says in the Torah, Hashem gave it. We have to stop coming from other places. We lose ourselves. I'll tell you something funny. People go to, a Bacher told me this. What are those tours to Eretz Yisrael? Guys get free trips. Birthright. A guy in Yeshiva told me one of the smartest things in Yisrael. A guy in Yeshiva. He said he was on a birthright trip and they're trying to pride in their land. He said, and they're trying to take him to a bar in Tel Aviv, all these he said, you're trying to be America. America's a much better America than you are. He said, show me what's Eretz Yisrael. This was not a from me guy. He said, you're trying to be a better America. You're a scale down. You're a weak America. Show me Eretz Yisrael. The place is there. Be you. Instead of being a weak imitation of somebody else, be Eretz Yisrael. Be proud of. We have Torah. Sorry, we're not saying anything else. We have Torah, we have Yiddishkeit, we have Avodas Hashem. You don't have to come from other places. You don't have to come from there. We don't have to try to be this, try to be that. We forget ourselves. I'm a Yehudi. Who are you? At stores, people are asking. I'm a Yid. I was at Har Sinai. Our families were at Har Sinai. We got a Torah. And we keep the Torah. You want me to teach you what the Torah says? God's Torah. That's it. Hashem said that He gave Eretz Yisrael. Originally gave it to Zayin Amim, took it away and gave it to us. That's the answer. We have to stop coming from other places and coming with insecurities and coming. We forget, we're getting back ever who we are. A Bacher in Yeshiva told me this morning, I felt like the whole yeshiva's existence like validated. I like that people are allowed to think here. And there's actually space to process. There's a guy going through his own struggles. He's not coming to shiurim. He's certainly not at this year. And the guy told me this morning that he works out in the local gym. He said the most in his life, I sense I'm not them. He's not looking down at any guy. He always felt I'm one of them. Said, I've sensed since what's gone on to our people. And people have been nice to him, sympathetic. And he's not coming from a from shmuz. He said, I realized I'm different. I'm something. He started chapping. He's a Yehudi. He's experienced. But we give like all these shmuzim and speeches, fiery drushes. One toichacha mi bifnim is worth hundreds of shmuzim. This person was Yared, working out in the gym. I'm a Yid. He said people are being sympathetic. But he chapped, I'm a Yid. He chapped deeply, I'm a Yid. We have to stop coming from insecure places. We're a Yid who wear tefillin, who put on tzitzis, who follow God's law. People ask us, what are these strings by you? I'm a Yid, it says in the Torah, to wear tzitzis. You want me to tell you what it appears, what Hashem's telling me? God told me to wear these and I wear it. We have to stop being insecure. We have to stop trying to be other ummahs, trying to please other ummahs. We have to be securely who we are. God gave us the land. People can vote, the UN. By the way, most of the world is starting to be ready for the MS. Most of the world's getting there. The world's moving because we've tried other isms. What are we up against? What are the realities? What are realities that are wild, that are all in disarray? We've tried a lot of other stuff. Man-made stuff, all different isms. We have something directly from Hashem, a Torah that we try to study and be loyal to and express. As much as we can, express the Torah. With no insecurities, we're not trying to be somebody else, trying to imitate somebody else, trying to fit in. We're not niya k'chol ha'amim. We're a unique people, a Yid. We have a unique matzah. We have Hashem's Torah, where He told us the truths of this world. Come from that place, express that place, proudly be that. Will some be upset by it? For sure. There'll be people that don't want to hear the MS. There'll be people, MS is scary to a lot of people. We have to look up at Goyim. We're not trying to look down. Chas v'shalom, Tzelem Elokim is a Mishnah. A Goy is precious. We have a specific mission of people of Hashem who were handed a Torah. And that's where we come from. I've sat at Pesach hotels, and I have sat with Rabbanim on question and answers. Now, I don't mind, once in a while a Rav will bring up a famous therapist said, it's cute. Come from Torah. Now, I don't mind you quote a therapist, that's cute stuff. That's cute stuff. I feel a little badly. There's something that I had known from Reb Tzadok HaKohen, and I quoted a therapist for a famous thing. Then I find out the therapist is involved in this, he's involved in that. I get the best place is quote Torah, quote the Gemara, quote Hashem. For shtick, it's geschmack, and Charlie Flusker also said it. You feel all smart, you feel like scholarly. We have Torah, we have the goods. We don't have to come. You want the Chachma Goyim Tam, and there's Chachma out there. We have Torah. Everything is expressed in Torah. We have the goods. We're a nation who is Mekabel the Torah. Come from who we are, securely, comfortably. It's interesting. I just came back from the gas station. The team is taking my van to New York. I filled up on gas. When you're there, people are looking. Maybe I'm very people are looking at us. You're a Yid. It's so cool. I'm feeling like a Yid. You know what? And I'm trying to study. I'll yet speak about it. I'm not ready to speak about it yet. I've been learning the Torah Savram. I ran right to the Torah Savram. Torah Savram was the Mashgiach in Slobodka. He has essays and essays, what it means to be a Yid. I'm not ready to speak about it yet. I'm trying to figure it out myself. I don't want to tell you till I know. I'm asking myself, what's a Yid? What does it mean? I feel I'm a Yid now. I've been told, I see in the dorms, this guy's working out. And he said, I asked him, what do you experience? What are you feeling? No force. He was thinking. He said, I'll tell you the truth. He said, I feel I'm no longer them. He became us. He became us, the Yid. He feels it. They're not trying to force it. He said, he said, I work out there. And they're empathetic, sympathetic, but I'm different. We're a yid. We're a yid. Now let's find out what that means for sure. But no insecurities, no trying to be. We're at such a bad place when you try to when you take a trip to Eretz Yisrael. Eretz Yisrael is trying to show you always come with your strengths. Eretz Yisrael has things that no nation has. Why not show and flex the muscle of what you have? Every person is so weak. You're such a bad another guy. When you're copying it, you're the worst another guy ever, and you're the best you ever. So why are you trying to be him when you're a great you? It's just such weak sauce to try to be a weak version of somebody else when you're like such a strong version of yourself. It's ridiculous. I say to us, we're Yidden with the Torah. We're not trying to be something for somebody else. We're the nation of Hashem. I asked Yehuda to teach us this beautiful new Utzuetz. I call it new. It's a kalba. Okay, let's teach it to the Chevra. If the guys can learn this one, I thought it's beautiful. You'll tell me if you like it, Manny. Everybody, let's go. So I'll sing it. Oh, so ways of it so far. Dabro davo v'lo yakom. Kimano, kimano, kimano. Umishayas v'shoim kisava. Aval tira mipachad pesan. Umishayas v'shoim kisava. Otso eitzav v'sova. Davru davar v'layakov. Kimano, kimano, kimano kem. Otso eitzav v'sova. Davru davar v'layakov. Kimano, kimano, kimano kem. Otso eitzav v'sova. Davru davar v'layakov. Kimano, kimano, kimano kem. Low part again, we got it. Tira mipachad pesan, umishayas v'shoim kisava. Al tira mipachad. It could be. I see. I get it. I get. You're not all singing. You're saying we don't know what the low part means. I get the macha. I'll explain it, but then everybody's singing. Al tira mipachad pesan. Don't be afraid of a sudden fear. Umishayas rishoim kisave. And when the storms of wickedness come up, shaya means a storm, I believe. Umishayas rishoim kisave. Don't be afraid. And then it says, Utsuetza v'sufar. They think of plans that thwart it. Dabradav. They speak about things. Doesn't happen. Ki imanu kel Hashem is with us. Let's get the word shayas. I think means storm.
What's the vibe again? Rebbe was saying the vibe, right?
What?
What was the vibe that Rebbe was correcting? It's not, I'll get
It's not about them. It's a kimanu kel. We're the people of Hashem. We're at a very safe, secure, good place. That's kimanu kel. Kimanu kel. It's not about a specific enemy, a bad person. It's about forces of Ra in the world, Yetzirah. This kimanu kel. Let's read these words. Am I right, the Mishayas Rishayim, Manny? I think so. Here. Do not fear terror that comes suddenly. So don't be afraid of sudden terror. Pachad is fear or terror. Umishayas Rishayim, because they say the Holocaust of the wicked when it comes. Shayas is a storm. The storm of the wicked, when it comes, don't be afraid. So that's what it means. I'll tell you the pachad pis. Don't be afraid of sudden terror or fear. Misayas risham. When the tempest, people treat like a storm of risham of the wicked. Kisav, when it comes, don't be afraid of the unrest. We have a very stable and secure place. Ki imanu kel. We're people of Hashem, people of Torah. We have a secure, comfortable place. Let's go. Let's go. Mishayas v'shoim kisava. Aval tira mipachad v'sai. Umishayas v'shoim kisava. One more time. Aval tira mipachad v'sai. Umishayas v'shoim kisava. Aval tira mipachad pesan, umishayas v'shoim kisava. Ayovotzu eitza v'sova, dabru davar v'layakov, kimanu kimanu.
Shema